going to do an insight video again today, as we sort of like keep going along this journey of expansion and awareness, and coming back to the source energy, and sort of the oneness vibration and the eternal moment. All of these kind of things are sort of like symbolic and interconnected, and they're all sort of like reflections of source energy, and everything is reflections. Everything is sort of like energy. Everything is sound. Everything is vibrations. Source is always consciousness. It's always vibration. It's always frequency. And the more sort of like when I was connecting, like been connecting yesterday, and I was meditating, or not meditating, but last night I was sitting there and I was feeling like I was being sort of like drawn into the energies, and drawn into source yesterday, last night, yesterday evening. It's very much around the infinite. You know, the infinite symbol that goes like is like a figure of eight, that it looks like it's on its side, and it's like this infinite cycle, this infinite sort of flow of energy, of source energy, how it flows into us, or what sort of, then it sort of like as it flows into us, it sort of awakens us to our essence, our source essence, and then it sort of like it flows back out of us. So it's like it's the infinite flow of like or cycle of like creation and expression. And this is what source does. Source, when you awaken to consciousness and source consciousness, you awaken to your essence within you, your light, your energy, and then what you do is you allow it to flow in. And then when it flows in, then you become conscious and aware of the source energy and the source vibration. It's activated, it's awakened, and then you start to express it. You express it through your energy, your vibration, your frequency, and then that starts to create and manifest reality. It creates manifest reality, and it creates a manifest consciousness. Consciousness and reality have a sort of like a perfect union and relationship, and this is what this time's about: the awakening, activating your source energy, and then expressing it. I see source energy as when it's sort of awakened, or when it's sort of like vibrating within my own frequency. I see it as golden energy. Now everybody will see it differently, and this is when you start looking at colors, and you start looking at sort of vibrations and frequencies through many sort of like visions, and where people sort of like third eye, and they start saying that their spiritual insight awakened. I'm using the word spiritual. This is sort of like the model that when I was growing up, it was very much around spiritualism, and that was the starting point. It was the key of consciousness that opened up my own journey. And as I'm starting to move along this now, and moving along this kind of journey, and I'm moving into source energy more, I've talked about masters, I've talked about angels, I've talked about guides, as this was the sort of like the model that I was sort of like awakened to as I was starting to move along. As I start to go into my journey more and more, I still believe in, you know, that there's a guiding sort of forces, or like insight, or intuition that comes from this consciousness, but they're all reflections of source energy. And as we start to awaken more to source energy, we see that everything is light. It's like vibration, it's frequency, and source energy is all these things, all these realities, all these dimensions, all these you know, reflections. And this time is about awakening that in us, is activating it. And the more that we do it, the more we start to become this light. It's like I was sitting there yesterday, and I was literally feeling this light emanate from within me, and then I was like sending it out. But it's also like when the light emanates from you, and your center, which is your source again, when you start to send it out and you become that light, you sort of like, when you're sending it out, it's like you also attract. When you're sending out or expressing it, it's like then also your vibration, your frequency is attracting through the law of attraction. Then it starts to create and manifest. And this is how it was feeling yesterday as I started to have this energy open up. And this is what this time's about: is opening up again, as we receive this insight, this consciousness from the source frequency and the source vibration. Then it activates our sort of higher consciousness, our higher awareness, our higher wisdom, and this is coming from many different sort of like sources. And again, that's the key thing. The key consciousness with this energy and this light is uh, all things are part of this source. You know, different sources, which is like, you know, you got the masters, you got the angels, you got the guides, and all these different frequencies. They're all different aspects of source energy. And I'm talking about source because the source is the wholeness, it's the infinite. And this is what we're moving to. We're moving to the infinite vibration, not a limited vibration, but an infinite vibration. And this is the key aspect of source energy. It's an infinite vibration, and all things are connected to it. All things are part of the same reality. And as I was saying with my source energy, and I see this gold energy, when I say source energy and gold energy, and I say my energy, it's not my energy. It's for all beings, but that's how I experience it and how I express it, because that's how that aspect of source um, shows itself to me, is through golden energy. So that's what I connect to. I've also got a white pyramid, or like, not a like white pyramid, a white sort of triangle again, or diamond consciousness again. And diamond consciousness and the white energy is very much around higher clarity, higher truth, higher wisdom, the like the infinite truth, infinite awareness. And this is what's going on. And I'm also seeing two sides again. I've seen like white and gold together, but again, these are two aspects of source, two halves of source energy. And again, it's again expressing itself. But the colors and the manifestations and the guides and the masters and all these different frequencies and colors are all reflections of, are all aspects of source. They're source energy. And when you're sort of like, when you look at sort of you know, the colours that go with them, they're all reflections of source, as the master's rays are all reflections of source. And this is why, like, when you look at rainbows and stuff, and they say like higher awareness, um, higher consciousness, higher frequencies, it's because they're all aspects of that source energy that are vibrating and bringing frequencies. So, you know, this time is about very much around connecting to your source vibration, your source frequency. And it's about each being starting to do that. And when the more that we do that, the more we all anchor it in, the more we express, we receive this source energy, this source light, awakening and activation within each and every one of us. Then we start to express it through our beings, to create these higher vibrations, these higher frequencies, to create a new reality, a new age for this planet, this dimension. And again, it's, or this plane of existence. And again, this is what happened in the different spiritual realities and spiritual realms. Source energy is this infinite consciousness that creates and manifests all life, but it's also the infinite stream of wisdom, understanding, awareness, and it creates and manifests all things. And with like these different sources, like with universal teachers, masters, guides, they're all reflections of that source, and they're all reflections of the source working through them, manifesting wisdom, understanding, giving insights, consciousness and awareness. And that's happening for all beings in all different realities, and it's connecting to us as well, and it's bringing us back into this source creation and source vibration and frequency and source reality. And this is what we're here for. This is the purpose of all beings, is to come back to this. The center, the heart, mine's really sort of like vibrating with this beautiful golden light today. I could just feel it really vibrating on this really beautiful frequency as I'm talking about this. And this is what was going on yesterday. My consciousness was moving away from a physical into like like an infinite consciousness, where I start to like feel, when I'm in this vibration, that I am just light. I'm light frequency and light vibration and light consciousness. I'm not a physical being, and that's how it feels when I'm in that source energy. And this is how I feel this morning. Although I've got a physical shape as I'm looking at you, my intuition and my insight is telling me that I'm just vibrating as light. My light frequency is like, I've got an awareness of it, although my human form's here. And this is the shifting from the physical and the 3D reality into the different sort of dimensional shifts of consciousness, where you start to realize that you are this source energy, you're this light frequency, and you're that is your essence, and that's what you vibrate from. And when you vibrate from that, then you attract this new understanding, this new awareness. You understand, you connect these you attract these new frequencies of light and energy to create a reality, a more spiritual reality, a more harmonious reality, a more source reality. I'm not even going to say the word spiritually, I'm just going to say source reality, because it's all source. And the source reality is always about harmony, it's about union, it's about connection, it's about openness, it's about expression, it's about vibrancy, it's about energy, and all of this kind of things that are going on. And this is what we're all here for, this is what we're doing. We're clearing our energy fields to allow the source energy to awaken and activate. So once again, we can be source conscious beings walking in this reality and creating and manifesting from source essence. And this is what we're all doing. And that's the insight for today.